there. My name is Alicia Dominguez, and I am here to tell you about the different types of business entities and which I believe would be the best for our company, Nintendo. To get started, there are 5 different entities. The first one being a sole proprietorship, the second one being a general partnership, the third one being a limited partnership, the fourth one being a limited liability company, and the fifth one being a corporation. So to get started, we're just going to do some pros and cons about each one, and then we'll go from there. So the first one is a sole proprietorship. A pro would be that the owner has complete ownership and control, as well as the flexibility due to the limited amount of government regulations when it comes to it, to run the business as however they see fit. The owner will also receive all business profits from this type of company. The cons would be that unlimited liability, so all of the owner's personal assets would be up for grabs. They would also take on the personal liability for any and all business debts that happen to occur while this company is going on. The next would be a general partnership. They would be taxed depending on how much their personal income is. Because of this, all of their personal assets are still up for grab, and they are also very flexible, just as with the sole proprietorship. A con would be each owner is equally responsible for all debts and losses created by the company, and they are liable for all debts and actions of the partner. So they are not separated by partner. Whatever your partner does, you are legally liable for. Next, we have limited partnership. Partners can easily leave the partnership without needing to dissolve the partnership first. The business does not pay taxes, and instead all incomes and losses are for the partners to report on their personal income statements. And general partners will have total managerial power when it comes to the company. However, the general partners will have total liability when it comes to the company, and the limited partners lose all of their limited liability if they take on any of the management roles. Next, we have limited liability company. A pro would be you have the flexibility of being taxed as a sole proprietor, a partnership, a S corporation, or a C corporation. That is completely up to the discretion of the partners. You can file an LLC with just one partner or multiple people. It's up to you. And a person's liability is dependent on his or her own investment into the company. The cons would be that owning a limited liability company would be a major time constraint. It's going to take a lot more time, a lot more effort, as the previous stated entities would. As a member of an LLC, you cannot pay yourself any wages from the company, and investors are more likely to put their money into a corporation rather than an LLC. And finally, we have a corporation. A pro would be a limited liability, so all of the business debts and activities will be separate from the partners, investors, and their personal assets, the right to due process and legal protection, and the ability to sell their stock. The cons would be they're very time consuming. They take a lot of time, a lot of expenses, and they also will take a lot of paperwork since there are so many more government regulations. The next is they also have very limited flexibility due to these regulations. And finally, they have the possibility of double taxation, which means that both the corporation's profits and stockholders paid dividends are subject to be taxed. After looking into each one of these entities, we at Nintendo have decided that we believe our best course of action would be to continue as a corporation. This will give us the opportunity to gain many investors, shareholders, to help us grow Nintendo to its maximum potential. By being a corporation, we will also benefit by giving our partners and our investors, our shareholders, by giving them limited liability so as to protect them and their personal assets in case something were to ever happen with our company. At the end of the day, the trust and opinion of our partners and our investors are our number one priority, and we hope that you will all agree with us and our decision. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.